All right, back in the basement again today to give you an update on my last day of training for the first peak week on JuggernautAI in preps for USAPL Raw Nationals in Memphis, Tennessee in September. Breathe, buddy. Today went really well though. So bench today, top single was supposed to be at 305 based off of warm-ups, how things moved, how things felt. I actually ended up doing 315 for a single and that felt really good, which is great for me because I don't think benched over 300 pounds at all this training cycle. So to have 315 for a single move well is really promising. Now with that, I had some back off sets. In the last video, I talked about how carry a lot of fatigue in deadlift, so can't handle a lot of volume. For bench, usually I can handle a lot of volume. It's the singles that usually tend to tax me both physically and mentally. But that being said, the 4 back offs or so I had today for doubles all moved and felt really well, so much so in fact that each one I had increasing weight. So I started at 270, ended at 285. But the interesting thing is not only was I able to move up weight, but I was able to keep bar speed relatively similar. So there wasn't much variance in bar speed between that 270 and 285. So that's really good news for me. Really happy with how today went. And overall, the week went, considering that all of my singles were above what was projected based off of how things moved and how things felt. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the next couple of weeks play out. I've kind of peeked ahead a little bit. It's a little bit different because I'm used to doing, again, singles work, but I don't think I have a single on squat next week. I don't think I have a single on bench next week either. I'll have to look into that. I do have a heavyish single on deadlifts, and I think they taper off after that. But overall, the peak week's gone well, and I appreciate you guys following along. I did get a request to talk a little bit about assistance work, and I want to just kind of tell you what I did versus show you because I'm short on time this week and trying to get things done. And assistance work for me is just kind of boring. It's there. And you know, I've talked about that in other videos before, but like for today, it had me select a back exercise. I selected pull-ups just because I really like pull-ups. And also I feel like that's a low stressor for me. I don't want to focus a lot on accessory work that's going to be taxing to me, that's going to take away from my main focus, which is squat, bench, and deadlift. So just a couple of sets of pull-ups, then did some really fluffy, light side dumbbell lateral raises, which again, more fluffy work. I'm not trying to overly tax my shoulders, especially because my bench is going so well right now. I'm just going to try to suck as much out of that as I can. And then it asked me to do some biceps and triceps work. And to be honest, I didn't do that today. And I haven't been doing that the last, I think, 2 weeks. I've been really short on time. As mentioned already, I got a new role in my corporate job, which has just taken a lot of attention. So I haven't had as much time to come down here and train. And also, I just trying to find that a lot of tricep work kind of makes my elbows feel a little bit beat up. And again, since I'm trying to make sure that my bench feels as good as possible for the meet coming in, just decided that it's not worth doing like 2 or 3 sets of biceps or triceps for the next 2 or 3 weeks until this meet's over. I'll worry about that when we get back into a hypertrophy block or something like that. But you got the question, there's your answer. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any other questions on Juggernaut, on peaking, on competing, you just want to know how I'm doing. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Leave it in the comment section below. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.